Okay, streaming over to YouTube. Welcome to today's next level session here with KV Core and Inside Real Estate. We've had a good couple of last days. We did some real estate graphics yesterday. We did an update about KV Core campaigns. Definitely hop into the KV Core campaign section if you haven't caught that and play around with editing some of your campaigns. It's a really big update. It makes the system a lot easier to use. As always, you can find the replays of these over at insiderealestate.com/webinars. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel when you get there if you're watching this on a replay. I also want to remind everybody, as we sometimes do, that we do have a full live training calendar of different events and things, probably the biggest of which is our recurring Quick Start series. For anybody who's new to KV Core, those occur Monday through Thursday at 1 p.m. East. So it's a kind of a session before this. It's a little more basic, for people just getting started, but you can always go in there and get a refresher. And then we do these. These tend to be kind of hodgepodge of different topics and next level, more advanced stuff. I don't have a set topic today. So when we don't have a set topic, usually what I'll do is just a little bit of marketing. Maybe we'll do a social post of the day, just kind of show that flow. That's one of the things that I believe is kind of the cornerstone for anybody working with KV Core, is something that anybody can do. It's good free marketing, and it just reminds your sphere that you're in business. So I'll start off by doing that. And then as I work on that, maybe if anybody watching live wants to chat a question in or any topics that you'd like to have explored, we'll just kind of do this as a free form session going into the holiday here. So let's go into the lead engine. And I'm going to go to Squeeze Pages right here. Select my domain and click Start Building. And what I want to do is I just want to pick some kind of random property type, maybe that I haven't posted in a while, and build a list of properties that might be interesting. So I don't have anything in mind right now. I'm coming to this fresh, and we can all do this. And maybe, I don't think I've done pool homes in a while. So let's do the pool. And then let's pick our geography. So I'll just do my whole county today. And then listing type, let's just do single family homes instead of throwing all the condos in there. So listing type, that would be single family home. And then let's do a price filter. And let's do houses between 0 and 300,000 that have pools. So we'll do low end pool homes. Okay. Up on the right side, my source will be Facebook, or I could say social post, something like that. And then my hashtag will be pools. And this, of course, is for our tracking, right? So when the link is created, create some tracking. And then I can either not require registration at all, because this is going to be seen by my friends, or maybe I want to require it immediately. Let's do immediate and see what happens. So I'm going to click Generate Link. And then I'm just going to go and just make sure that there were some listings on this list. I just want to double check that I've got some homes under 300K. So it's only 6. So I might want to kind of pull this up to be a little bit more than 6, so I can pull the price range up. I'll share with you guys a little bit of like an advanced thing around the link structure here with your KV Core site. All of the links that you create for property lists, they're dynamic and they're always up to date, meaning if you come to this link in a year, it'll just show those listings. The other cool thing you can do is you can actually adjust your criteria within the link if you want to get a little geeky about this. So I set a max price of 300,000. I can kind of find that right here, max 300,000, and I can kind of change that to 400,000 on the fly and see if I get more results in here. So now I have 36 pool homes under 400K. So just a little trick. There's some things you can do with links. I think there's a document that's like the anatomy of a link KV Core. I know this is in Next Level somewhere. Anatomy of a link. Oh, I'm not sure where that's going to be, but we have a document laying around that I'll include with the replay of this that shows you all the different things you can do with these parameters. But just real quickly, you can see this add HT. That's the hashtag for add hashtag. PPC is source. That goes way back to conversion days. The parameter is PPC. That means source. You can adjust the sorting. And of course, you can always manually build it here. But I figure we are on a next level session, so I like to share some of these hacks. So now we've got 400,000 and below homes with 36 listings, and they have pools. Now let's have a little fun with this link, tying in what we did yesterday, and let's see if we can find a fun pool meme. And I should probably type swimming pool, right? Because if I do pool, we might get pool. I like the no pool, no problem. Here, we'll go. Here, I know what I'm going to do. Caddyshack candy bar. Where is it? Do we have, there we go. So we'll take this one, right? And then save image, Caddyshack. And then I'm going to go to the meme generator. I don't think we used this yesterday, but you can actually use the meme generator to caption your videos too. So I can upload new template, upload image from device, bring in the Caddyshack, upload, and I'll do Pinellas County pool homes under 400K. All right. So what I'm doing, tying in what we did yesterday, I'm doing a property search of the week. I am spending property list of the day. I'm spending a little more time on this and having a little more fun with it. You could easily just post a picture of one of the houses with a pool or a swimming pool. So you don't have to go this crazy. But, if the whole idea is to build top of mind status, we mentioned this yesterday with your audience, your sphere of influence, who are kind of friends with you on Facebook. Then, having a little fun with it kind of does go a long way over time. I might not generate a lot of ROI on this right now. So I'm just kind of moving this around. There we go. We got the candy bar there. And then I'll take a screenshot. So if we're trying to build top of mind, what better way than to make people smile, right? So get a little bit of laughter going, hit copy. Cool, so I've got my image. Now I'm gonna hop over to Facebook. And that laughter, that kind of smile they get over the Caddyshack meme, the movie, subconsciously or whatever, it kind of like reinforces. There's probably some NLP or some kind of psychology behind all this that I just don't know how to express it. But, they're connecting your name with the social post to Pinellas County real estate. And at the same time, they're facial or subconsciously, they're smiling a little bit. So it's like a warm, glowy feeling, right? So, and then the few hundred or a few thousand friends you have on Facebook, maybe 50 of them see this. And then 50 of them see this because you're doing it a couple times a week and they see it throughout the year. Well, what are you doing? You're touching related to real estate without ever being overtly salesy and about anything. And I think what I'm describing right now, as I'm saying, is this is just social media in a nutshell, like good social media marketing in a nutshell, right? With real estate, we have the ability to just slice and dice different lists of properties. We don't have to get too creative. We just go randomly in there. We kind of sort our IDX feed or our MLS. We come up with something that we think is mildly interesting, and we post it. So I'm grabbing the link now. Property list of the day. Pinellas County single family homes with swimming pools priced under 400K. Link equals link, and then we can post it. And then I can quickly take this and post it to my other socials too. I always just go to Facebook. That's my social of choice because I'm old, apparently, as my kids tell me. Only boomers use Facebook. But there we go, right? So that's our social post of the day. I know a lot of you guys have seen this example walk through all over and over again on these sessions, but I really think fundamentally it's a good thing to do at least once a week. Even if you have to have an assistant or, a kid or a nephew or somebody in high school, tell them you want them to do this for you, whoever's managing your social, this makes a lot of sense. A good question from Jeff. When we do these squeeze links, is it a search from our MLS or is it homes on KV Core? Actually, KV Core, what we're doing here is we have that feed coming over from your MLS system. So specifically, it's either IDX or RETS. I don't know if it's different but your MLS is sending us these listings. And in most cases, it's every listing. And in most cases, it's updated every 24 hours or sooner. Some of them are almost instant. Some of them are like every hour. So it's both the same, Jeff, where you're basically, when you're running a squeeze link here, you're searching your MLS. Now, the one thing I will say, and we get this feedback a lot, is we don't have every little filtering field that you have in your MLS, because we're dealing with hundreds of MLSs and not everybody has the same field. So what we have here is kind of just the most popular, the biggest ones. And then but still you can generate kind of a myriad, an unlimited amount of combinations, just slicing and dicing these with price, beds and baths, size of lot, and all these different things. So yeah, that's just kind of my reminder, either do a property list of the day or a property listing of the day if it's a specific listing. And then my other favorite social thing to do is to tap into something that's kind of current events news-wise, So I like going into YouTube and doing like a real estate market crashing, right? But then I'll filter this search it, and then see some stuff that's kind of recent, and then just pick one of these. Some of these are old now, but some of these, like, this is the last 3 days. This is me and Kevin from 2 weeks ago. And, you find something to share related to the market and you give an opinion on it. And of course, we have our Core Social product, which kind of approximates that. It does it automatically. Really cool stuff. It just kind of keeps posting stuff to your business pages and your Twitter and different things. But I really do like posting directly to my personal followers and friends on Facebook. I think you get the most bang for your buck there. Anybody have anything else in KV Core that you'd like me to hop into? You guys are a little quiet today. We are going into a nice holiday here. Who's working? You guys working this weekend, or is this just one where no open houses and just going to kind of take it easy and spend some time with the family? Oh yeah, everybody's busy. Scott's posting a funny pool meme now. Yeah, that's why nobody's commenting. Yeah, because you're over on Ibs Flip goofing off. Always working. That's right. That's the business, man. 2 opens. There you go. Cool. Wow, it's so funny. Tommy, I get this question every session. This is super popular. This is called Video Ask, my pop-up on my website. We did a session about it a couple weeks ago, but it's called Video Ask. It's not in the KV Core marketplace. It was just, we did a session about how to add different third-party things as overlays in KV Core. And the long and short of that is you can just go in your web and IDX settings and drop third-party scripts. Yeah, so that's called Video Ask. Cool. So property search today, probably should have done something timely like we did Mother's Day. So, for Memorial Day, so for Memorial Day, let's see what we could do. We could do backyards or properties with porches that are perfect for Memorial Day party or something like that. I might be stretching, but yeah, try to tie it in. I wasn't even thinking that. So my caption even on this one could have been, yeah, let's just edit this caption. It's hot as, do you guys mind if I? All right, I shouldn't do that. It's almost like cursing, right? We got to keep it family friendly. If you're wishing you had a pool for this for your barbecue this Memorial Day, then check out today's property list of the day. So you can always tie it into what's going on. And then here's my list. Since you guys aren't asking a lot of questions, I'll go nuts here. I'll use the Facebook symbols Pilly app thing here to put some emojis in my post. Dropping that link here. So I'll do like that. So goofy. I mean, I think there are. I know there are. There are people who just kind of make their living doing this stuff, right? You don't even all the sophisticated ad running and everything else we try to do on these sessions. If you just got really good at doing this once a day and kind of just networked on Facebook, and you're not trying to build a mega team and do $1 million a year, but you're trying to hit those 6 figures, maybe multiple. You could probably build a good practice just doing things like this. If you talk to everybody and you have a lot of fun with talking about real estate on social. I know people do it. So, but yeah, that might be a good post like that. Cool. Sure, Cecilia. And I see Juan. Thank you for the questions, guys. So Jeff's asking, can the meme be a clickable link? Not in Facebook. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. The way you could do that. No, I think you just have to edit the caption. I was thinking. You could do a video, but those aren't clickable. No, I don't think so. Juan's asking, do I know how to have it show the lead contact on caller ID when they call through the smart number? I'm not sure that's possible either because it calls from the number. That might be one for support, but I do think that's something that comes up a lot. And it's basically because the way that the tech is working, it's forwarding the call through the smart number, and then your carrier's picking it up as from that number. Unless it's possible we're working on a workaround for that, but because I've heard that feedback a number of times, but I'm not aware of what we might be doing to fix that. Sorry. So good question from Cecilia. Can you go over adding a contact and then initializing alerts and identifying them in the contact system? I want to make sure you're doing it quickly. Yeah, so it sounds like you want to add a new contact and make sure they're getting property alerts, right? So if you're doing it manually, you're going to go to quick actions up here. We'll click add contact. I'll just make this demo contact. Okay, give them a phone number. You're gonna do the permission, like, do you have permission? We kind of make you say yes, you do, so that if you get in trouble for spamming, then you explicitly did it. You're telling the system, yes, I do have permission. You put the address in there, lead type, lead status. So this part's pretty easy, right? Let's go through. You can assign a smart campaign as you do this, which is pretty cool. And any notes you want to add here, as well as any hashtags. So I might add manual add, met at bar, something like that. Hit add contact. And then when we're in the contact record, we have our section for alerts up top. So let's say I want to send this person pool homes, since we're talking about swimming pools today. Pick my area. And don't forget, guys, you can draw on the map. Really cool stuff. So you can click draw area and kind of do that. You just kind of draw and then you just end at where you started, and it draws the box like that. Apply selection. Listing type, single family. We're going to do from 0 to 400,000. And then our options down here is where we had our pool. And then here's where you set the frequency of the alert. So I can do ASAP. My MLS seems to allow that. So anytime something gets listed and it hits the site, then it'll go out to that contact. And you do have the option to CC somebody. So if there's a spouse or somebody, you can do that. So I'll hit save and send. When you hit the save and send, I think it sends, maybe not. It shows all the recent results, and then you can email the recent results straight out like this if you want. And you can also text them, I believe. Yeah. So that's it. That's the alert. And then the way to see all of the alerts that have gone out for a contact will be in their timeline. It'll start to show up right here in their timeline. So we're just not seeing that today. You can also auto trigger alerts if you have specific lead sources. Under marketing and then search alerts, you can create an alert and say something like, hey, if pools come in, right? Because I just did my social post and I think I used pools. Anytime that comes in, go ahead and send that person pools once a week. And you don't have to manually set it up in that case. They've opted in, you've set the hashtag in your squeeze link, or maybe you're using a Facebook ad or something like that. You can auto trigger that. So that's kind of a quick rundown of alerts. And then a follow-up question from Cecilia is explaining hashtags a little more. What's the benefits of a hashtag? So hashtags are just kind of ways to identify things about your leads. Similar to tags in a lot of other systems. And in social media, you'll see tags on Facebook and Twitter and things like that. And Twitter calls them hashtags too. So you have a lot of freedom to create a hash. You can create anything as far as a hashtag goes, and you make them up as you go. So usually you can see here, I have all these auto-signed alerts, and these are all the hashtags I've created for my auto-signed alerts. And usually I'll just name them something related to the lead source or what it's about in the system. Now, we recently added the ability to actually manage your hashtags too. So manage, merge, and edit, so they don't get too out of hand. So you can come in here and kind of delete them or edit them, what they're called. One thing to know about hashtags is they don't need to cause you a lot of anxiety. You're not going to break anything by creating calling the hashtag the wrong thing. One of the big upsides of hashtags is the ability to auto-sign alerts, which I just showed you. The ability to filter by hashtags. So when you're in the Smart CRM, you can come in here and say, hey, I want to see everybody who has the FSBO 7 tactics hashtag. So you can actually type the hashtag here, FSBO 7 tactics. If you have a lead, that happens to be one of my lead angles. I only generated a few leads on it there. Or you can click the filters button and you can go to contact details and filter people by who have hashtag and people who don't have specific hashtags. And then another big thing you can do with hashtags is you can trigger smart campaigns. So when you set the rules for a smart campaign, you can say, hey, I want this smart campaign to fire whenever the system sees this hashtag. So they're pretty important in the system for sure. Question from Anthony is, how can a lead sign up for a search alert from the website? This is something I do wish we could get a little better at. The way that a lead can do this is when they're logged in. Let me just get myself logged in. Okay. When they're logged in, you can see up top here, it's kind of small. I wish we featured this more. I can see my profile, so I can see alerts result. And if I click that, that's taking a minute to load. Probably because I have all this junk, this moving stuff everywhere. So here's all the listing alerts that have gone out for the person. They can see all their latest alerts. And then they can click their name up here, and they can see their saved searches. And they can click here for stop listing alerts, and they can adjust the searches and the alerts that they're getting. So you can see this. So if you want to, I think you can send people straight to the login.php page to adjust their alerts. But I'll push another feature requester just to see where they're at with this. I wish this was a little more enhanced. And by enhanced, I mean, I wish it was just easier to find and more ever present. Even, I don't know if in our alert emails where it just said, hey, to tweak your alert, click here, which I think we do, but make it more of a feature. But that's how Anthony is. They need to click their name up at the top left to adjust their alerts. And that would be kind of a good campaign email. Hey, I've been sending you listing alerts for a week or two now. Just want to let you know, if you want to change those, here's the link to go to. And I'm pretty sure if they just click your website /login.php, it'll take them to their saved searches and their alerts. See, it says save search, email frequency daily. And then they can add more here and unsubscribe and things like that. Bryce, we do our best to record all of these. InsideRealEstate.com/webinars is where it'll redirect to this YouTube playlist, and it is being actually streamed and recorded onto our YouTube channel right now. And it'll show up in this playlist later today. No problem, Cecilia. It's a great question. Another follow-up question. So Cecilia's got 1,200 leads. you've gone through the import process, they're all in there, and it feels overwhelming, right? How do you start identifying these? How do you work them? I think we've done sessions on this, but I really like this question because it can be one of those things where you get totally bogged down and you're super worried about just filtering and making sure everybody's getting the right stuff. The thing that I would do, I would set everybody up for just a blanket alert. I know that seems a little weird, but I would just kind of pick like the sweet spot in your market. Is it like 300 to 700K, 3 bedrooms? And I would set up an automated alert. I know we've done a webinar on this, what to do with freshly imported leads. I'll try to find you that link in a minute, but that might be one thing I do. I'll go in here and I'll just create an alert. And if you know the hashtags, then you could set up separate ones, but we'll do like general. The hashtag is general. And then it'll be general is the hashtag. And I'll just do my home county again. And, just kind of the sweet spot price range. I'm not stressing. I'll explain why I'm doing this. You could even only send them open houses. That could be another thing you could do if you don't want to send them every listing, but just send them a list of open houses once a week. Instead of daily, we'll just do weekly. Once weekly. And then what you can do is you can go to your Smart CRM and you can grab your contacts. You check them off like this. And you can mass assign, you go mass actions, add hashtags, and then assign general. And that should trigger an alert for everybody. So that's one like tactic. It just and the reason is they're just going to start getting real estate listings from you. And what could happen is they'll be like, why are you sending this? I'm not looking, but it'll generate conversations, or you'll more likely people will get the listings and they'll say, oh, I'm actually looking for something in this price range. So if you've just done a fresh import and you have no idea, that could be one thing you can do. A little less aggressive, maybe less spammy, would be to just go and send a scheduled mass email. So you go to marketing, you go to scheduled mass email, and you could say something like new real estate search system. Try it out. Try it out. Something like that. My new. Hi. You can always merge in their name here. You click the little sun and you do lead. Hi, first name. Just wanted to let you know I just got a new system that allows you to search the Realtor MLS database from my website, something like that. You can click here to check it out. So you can let them know, also feel free to let me know if there are any property types that you might be interested in, something like that. So that's a good way to kind of warm them up and get them kind of, working with you. You can also mass assign a campaign. So you could build a campaign using a campaign system, and maybe you build a quick 2 or 3 email sequence like that. And then you filter your leads and hit more actions and then assign campaign. That's an option, isn't it? Yeah, add campaign. That's what it is. So I wouldn't stress. So if you do really want to get more granular and you want to go to 1,200 leads, I would probably, and I don't think it's a bad idea at all. Just go to your calendar, create an event with yourself. Review. Let's see, triage 20 leads from database, and spend an hour a day doing that for the next couple of months, month or two, and just do that at the same time. And then in that case, you would literally just manually go through each lead like this. And then as you triage them, maybe you'll set up an alert, maybe you'll tag them, and then add the hashtag triaged. And then click next. If you really kind of want to touch everybody, and really, in a granular way, work through those. Elizabeth's asking for an update about spring 22 revisions. Elizabeth, that's live. We did that on Tuesday. We did a webinar about that, but the campaigns are updated. So go in there and play with those if that's what you're asking. That particular thing is live. There were some other things they were doing with the spring release, like the new sell pages and things like that. I think they're coming pretty soon, but I haven't heard of anything else being launched. Doug's asking for a training about the property list of the day. We've done a lot of those. I kind of sprinkle those in these sessions. There is some stuff about that in the learning portal. You mean using videos in particular? I might not be understanding the question. Yeah. Where did I go for the triage? What you mean when I added the hashtag? So I'm in the contact record here, and then Mark, I just added the hashtag triage. I just made that up. But you would give some kind of hashtag that says, hey, I've worked on these, you know, so you mark them off, and then you can have a filter. Let's go back. I probably might do that pretty quick. So let's say I want to go through every lead in my database in a more systematic way. I'm dedicated to reconnecting with this jumble of leads I've got, but I don't want to just use automation. I really want to take a look at every lead and take appropriate action. So what I would do is I would create a hashtag that indicates that I've worked on them, because I need a way to organize this effort. So I'm going to use triage. That means that I have worked on them. And then I'm going to create a filter right here. And I'm going to do hashtag is not triage. Triaged. All right, I kind of used both. And then I'm going to save this hashtag. I'm going to save this filter. Triage, not triaged, right? Because I did not. And then I'm going to pin this filter as a quick link to the top of my CRM. Save new filter. And then every day, I've got too many of these because I always make examples of them, so it's going to be at the end. I can go to my not triaged link, and it'll bring up every lead that I haven't specifically worked through. So I click not triaged, and then I click on the first contact, and I just look at them, and I just decide, oh, that's so-and-so's dad from soccer. You know, my friend's kid's dad from soccer, and I've got him on an auto alert. But you know what? I think they moved last year. Yeah, let me call him real quick, right? Or you shoot him an email. So, and then you work through it. You click next up at the top right, and you just kind of work through like that. And every time you work through one, you add the hashtag triage so they don't show up on the list tomorrow. And then in the calendar, you know, you have a recurring appointment with yourself. I really don't think this is the worst kind of task for all of us to do once a year. You know, it's labor intensive, but man, there's money in those hills, right? We all know that there's probably at least 2, 3, 5, 10 deals just sitting there waiting to happen because we haven't connected with people in a while. And, you know, KV Core gives you some powerful filtering and ways to kind of go about doing that. So I lean toward the like one-to-many, like let's just send a mass email blast, but that really does only get you so far. You know, that's a little less than, you know, really thinking about somebody and what their life is like and how you can be of service right now, and then offering that, you know, as you look at the contact. Oh, your first video view. What video view, Patricia? Here, I'm going down. Pat saying, yeah, you can open with a Memorial Day mass email. That's a good idea for the person CM who asked that. Yeah, pick something that's going on right now and just send your first email. Yeah, Mark's saying like Josh Shanley uses his disposition system. This is kind of similar. Yeah, Josh, we did a webinar. Let me find some of these webinars I keep mentioning for you guys. So we did a webinar, Josh and I, about disposition, he calls it, of seller leads. And he has a process that's kind of similar to the triaging I was just mentioning. So Josh, next level, here it is. I thought this was a good webinar. Josh is always doing great stuff. Oh, Patricia, yeah, visitor view from thanks. Yeah, why did I not realize what you were talking about? Yeah, I might do a session about visitor view again, maybe next week. I'm careful about that. I don't want to be promoting my thing too heavily. Mark Webster, sign up for Hello Bar. Do I just paste it in the footer of the website settings? Yep. Yeah, that'll work. Watch out for caching. Like if you think you pasted it and it's not working, give it a few seconds or opening a new browser. That can be a little disorienting. Like you'll paste like a footer and it doesn't show up right away. And it's just like some caching with the system. You just go to a new your website, like on a different device, like on your phone, and you should see it pop up. I've also seen a little lag with Hello Bar. Just once you first set it up, it could take a minute or two. Thanks, Patricia. Yeah, I'll talk about Visitor View is a site retargeting system that's built into Thanks.io. Basically, it finds people who are browsing on your website and it gives you their info and then it can automatically send them direct mail. Little plug there. Great questions, guys. Thank you. I like to just do once a week, we kind of just go on a wild goose chase instead of having a topic. But yeah, really good questions. I appreciate that question about dealing with imported leads. Import tips, money printer, go burr. I'm trying to find what we did there. Yeah, there's a lot of good past webinars we did on what to do with your old imports. I'll just drop, this is just a list of these that I have up on the screen to everybody watching. You guys can always search the YouTube channel. If you go to the main channel link and you see what I did here, it's not the search up top, but if you search any YouTube channel right here, you can find content. So if I search hashtag, you'll find all of our sessions and videos we've done about hashtags going back a while. If you do alerts, it's kind of a good kind of resource. This YouTube channel has been around since conversion day, so we've got probably 5 years of me and others droning on about KV Core, but some people say it's useful. All right, I'm not seeing any other questions. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. And if there aren't any other questions, we can call it a day. Wish just everybody have a great Memorial Day. John, I'll answer your question. New to KV Core, how do I search a property address? Do you want to search a specific address? So just go to listings on the left, and I'm pretty sure you can just pop an address in. I think. I know, yeah, you just pop it in there. And then you could do that from the front of your site too. But if you're looking for a specific listing, just the listings tab is pretty good. It gives you a kind of an admin, realtor focused look at listings. And then you can take a lot of actions on different listings in here. You can find matching buyers and things like that. Yep, just like that, John, this is the CRM. And then if you want to send a listing to somebody, you can do that. Like you go to the listing and I want to send this, I can come up here, I can send via email and I can take some other actions on it. But this is within the CRM. Great. Yep, no problem. Yep, have a great Memorial Day, everybody. Yeah, try to get a social post out related to Memorial Day or pools or something wacky and fun. And don't work too hard. Enjoy the barbecues. All right, we'll be back next